Hello there. What was your favorite superhero movie so far this year? Spider-Man? Guardians of the Galaxy? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Transformers? Ant-Man? Those all sound like entertaining movies with lots of action. You probably even learned a few ninja moves of your own. You do realize that those guys are not real, don't you? Imaginary stories that are fun to watch. Imaginary heroes who can fly, swing from building to building, change from ordinary to superhero in the blink of an eye, and who defend the world from danger. That's very cool. Sometimes there are stories in the Bible that sound just as impossible. And there are people who will tell you the stories in the Bible are made up and not true. What may sound impossible to you and me is a real thing with God. Remember the story about Jonah, the guy who was running from God and was thrown out of the boat into the stormy waters? They probably figured he would drown and that would be the end of his story. But the Bible tells us that God sent a great fish to swallow Jonah up. As we understand it, Jonah was now fish food and the story is over. But it wasn't. After 3 days, the fish spit Jonah up on dry land, and he went on to preach in a city called Nineveh. Does that sound like it could have happened? Or is it so wild that it can't be true? Listen to what Jesus says here in Luke chapter 11, verses 29 and 30. As the crowds were increasing, he began saying, "This generation is an evil generation. It demands a sign, but no sign will be given to it, except the sign of Jonah. For just as Jonah became a sign to the people of Nineveh, so also the Son of Man will be to this generation." They want Jesus to perform a miracle so they can believe. He doesn't do so, but refers to the story of Jonah and connects it to his death, burial, and resurrection. Jonah was a true story. Jesus says so right here. Jonah was in the fish for 3 days. Jesus will be in the tomb for 3 days. The resurrection will happen and Jesus will walk out of the grave. And that is just what happened. Did they believe? Do you believe? The stories are true. Keep telling others about Jesus and keep trying to live like Jesus. Thanks, guys.